everyone, it's Nicole. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you are a returning user, thank you so much for stopping by again. As you know by the title, today I'm going to be sharing how to go ahead and add values together automatically in Excel using the sum formula. So this is a super basic, very simple Excel formula. So if you're new to Excel, hopefully this is, beginner friendly. That's what I try to do with these videos, to really help people that are not super familiar with Excel. But if you are familiar with Excel, this is yet again another formula that is awesome. So yeah, if you have any questions or comments related to the information I cover, leave them down below and let's get into it. This is the data I'm going to be using to show you how to go ahead and add values automatically in Excel. So let's say you have, your sales reps, and then you have their monthly performance for 3 months, right? So this is their, sales numbers, and all you want to do is just total, each of these columns, and then rolling 3, which is inclusive of, this information. And then you want to go ahead and total at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So basically, I just want you to understand how to go ahead and sum values together if they're in a column, how to sum values together if they are in a row, and then lastly, sum values together if they are just kind of in a range like this. So let's start with the column. So starting with June, let's say we want to total June. I'm going to come down here where I want to go ahead and insert that total value. So I'm going to type in equals sum, open parentheses, and then I'm just going to go ahead and click down and drag my mouse to include all the values that I want to be summed. I'm going to go ahead and close the parentheses again and then hit enter. So let's say that you don't just have, a couple, values that you want to sum, and it's a long list of it. I'm going to show you how to do this again, but I'll show you, a little trick. So type in sum, open parentheses, and then you're going to select this. So select the top, cell that you want to include, and then you're going to hit Command Shift down arrow, and it will go ahead and capture all of that information for you. So this is really ideal, if you have like 500 rows of information and you don't want to have to drag down every time. So that's a nice little shortcut if you are working with large data sets. So close parentheses, close parentheses, and I'm going to hit enter. I think I messed something up there though. Oh, it included 8, so hold on. There we go. Okay, so now that we have this formula and we want it to be, the same formula across in July and August, all I need to do is just go ahead and drag. And since we didn't lock the formula, meaning we didn't tell the formula to always, reference these same cells, if we just drag this formula over, it will then reference, the appropriate cell. So I'm going to make another video on locking formulas just to kind of make sense of it, because if you're a beginner in Excel, it can be a little bit confusing, but just know that if you don't put any sort of like dollar signs in front of these values, if you drag the formula over, it will shift according to, where it is now living, if that makes sense. So, okay, so we got the column totals set up. Let's go into the rows. So let's say, you want rolling 3 performance. You just want to go ahead and total each of these values up. So I'm just going to type in the same formula. I'm going to type in enter, sum, open parentheses, and then I'm just going to drag like this across and close parentheses. So there we have it. We have our rolling 3 as well. And the same thing goes with this. So if you have a large, data set, like I said, start with the first one, Command Shift and side right arrow. And like I said, it includes the last one, which I forgot about. And I don't really know why it's doing that, because I feel like on my PC it doesn't do that. But anyways, you can just take out the last value, because obviously E is where the formula lives. So I think that's why it's like referencing it, since it sees that, there's a value in there. But anyway, so I want it to D2 instead. But you get the point. If you have a large data set, just use that. Use that little tip and trick to expedite you having to, drag down every single time. So now that we have the R3 formula, we want the same one across. We're just going to go ahead and drag down. And I guess I could have put the total right here, since this corner is going to be open. But let's say I just want to go ahead and total these values. I could total this. I could total this, because they're going to, equal the same thing, of course. But I'm just going to go ahead and reference this information, since this is, by sales rep by month, to kind of get a total rolling 3, value. So I'm just going to go ahead and come here, equal sign, sum, open parentheses, and same thing. Let's say I want to use that hotkey. I'm going to go like this, Command Shift down, It includes the last row, which I don't want since that's the month totals. I'm just going to move it up one, close parentheses. So there we have it. We have 75, and just to check, this is 75, just to check, this is 75 as well. So that is your total. That's how you go ahead and sum. But let's say you don't have like values in order. Let's say you want to add values such as this one and this one and this one. You can totally do that. So this is how you do it. You type in sum, and instead of doing, you know, what I showed you before, you're going to click the value, you're going to insert a comma, click the other value you want, insert a comma, click the other value you want, and then close parentheses. So let's say, you know, you have a weird pattern like that and you want it to, you know, apply down each row. So let's say, like, for whatever reason, you know, you want this formula into the next row. Just know it's going to hold that pattern. It's just going to drag it down one. So if you're dragging a formula to the right, it's going to drag all that information that you had in the data set to the right. So remember, we dragged this formula and moved to the right. So now it's referencing to the right. And same with this one. So, you know, it's referencing this one, this one, and this one. We drag the formula down, so now it's going to drag those reference cells down as well. So that concludes my video. If you have any questions related to the sum formula or anything I explained during this video today, please let me know in the comments below. I am happy to, you know, help you with anything Excel related. So please let me know how I can be of help. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.